Helps if you turn the sound software on. That's a thing. Yeah, we're back. We're live. We're playing Bargain Quest tonight. And, it's been a week, yo. It's been it's been a rough 2 weeks. But
if you were here and couldn't hear us before, hopefully you can now.
Yes.
We actually have our sound software turned on.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're gonna play Bargain Quest, which is a game, it's a drafting game for 2 to 6 players. And we're playing it because it's fun and we want to play something fun. We're kind of both grumpy. To use the common millennial phrase right now, we're out of spoons. Are you out of spoons? I'm like so out of spoons. It's ridiculous.
As one of my coworkers and I were trying to find the right metaphor, I think we said, it's time to kick the can under the rug.
Okay then.
Yeah, so that was the roughly level of that.
Okay.
Kicking the can under the rug.
So you're out of spoons.
Yeah.
Okay. I ran out of spoons yesterday and I'm just coasting at this point. Not very well. But I'm here. And we're gonna play Bargain Quest, which is fun, it is enjoyable. I just wanted to explain why, if you're watching this, you might be like, wow, they seem pissy and on edge. It's not the game, it's just because of life. It's just life. Yeah. And there's the Instapot, that's our dinner. We haven't eaten yet either.
I think if anyone was listening, they would have just seen me point at my Reverend Nat cider, but not actually.
And then
have audio.
lovingly caress it and drink it. And
yeah,
we don't need to do that whole thing again.
We don't. It's a sour passion fruit coconut vanilla cider.
Yeah,
it's awesome. We said the pucker factor was pretty
Mm-hmm.
high.
But his alcoholic choices beside, dogs. Mm-hmm. There's so many things that like, I was just like, I really want to stream this. I really want to play this game tonight and record it. And just like life is just like, nope. And I'm just, we're gonna do it. We got the sound working. It's all stupid little speed bumps of life. Right? But those speed bumps can add up. And some days it's cool to just be like, no, you know what? It's been a rough day. We're just gonna take a break. But some days you're just like, no, hell or high water, we're gonna do this. It might not be great. It might not be wonderful. It might seem like I'm exasperated. But we're gonna do it. So we're doing it. So, Bargain Quest. Drafting game, 2 to 6 players. Move your Pikachu. And each player is going to pick a shop that they want to be their shop. I'm going with the magic shop because it says magic. And it's super cute. Steve yesterday picked this shop because it's the one that looks like it's most likely to be at a harbor. I'm gonna pick for him tonight the one that looks like, I guess it's more steampunk. But it looks like something like a submarine captain would design, right? Maybe that one. And then each player is gonna get 5 gold to go in their just bank. You can put all the other shops away. Then there are monsters. These are like the big villains. You're going to put, there's level 1, level 2, level 3. You're going to shuffle each of the level 1, level 2, level 3 decks, and you're going to take one of each of those cards without looking at them. Level 3, then a level 2, then a level 1. So you have 3 monsters that you're going to be fighting. Then you have these like victory points and death tokens. These are just out of frame. You have a bank that's supplyable to everybody. This is the like first player token, basically. Then you have the massive deck of items. You want to make sure you give that a good shuffle. And then you're going to put it someplace accessible. It's going to be out of frame for us. And then you have a deck of adventures. The item deck has like a brown background. The adventures has like a green background. It's the same art, just like a greenish tint on the vines. So you're going to give that a shuffle. You're going to put that somewhere nearby. And then you're going to have the blue deck. These are the employees that you can hire into your shop. You're going to put those with the other shop upgrades, which include a storage upgrade and a display upgrade, both of which are double-sided. So you're going to put them someplace. I'm just going to put them here for now. And when we get to that phase of the game, they'll be accessible to both Steve and I. We'll put them here. Yeah, and we'll put the employee deck here, and then we'll just draw the employees there. So yeah, and then this is the adventure deck. It's a little mini card deck. You're going to shuffle it up. These are just like modifiers that will be applied to the adventurers when they go on their adventures. Then you're going to deal each player a hand of 4 cards. And the rules for 2-player is exactly the same as the rules for player, like most other player counts. There's a minor rule variant for 5 to 6 players, which basically just helps you keep the game time a little shorter. And then there's an advanced player variant, or an advanced 2-player variant, which makes the game take a little longer and adds a little bit more strategy to it. But yeah, we're just going to be playing with the base game. So the first thing you do is you open up your shop. Look, we're open! So Pikachu, in this example, because Steve is dealing with double O's, opens up Pikachu's shop. So there are 6 phases for the game. They're at the bottom of the board, and you just do them in order every round. So first things first is we supply. This is where we draft. So we take our hand of 4 cards, or however many cards. It might be different on future things, but usually just 4. And we draft the cards. So they're really straightforward. The price, you don't buy the cards, you just draft them. The price that you will sell the item for to the adventurers is the price tag in the upper left corner. And then the types of adventurers that can buy or use that item are the icons on the side. So anyone can use this torch, but only like an archer, which is the green icon, can use this cutlass. So archer, ranger, whatever you want to call it. So then at the bottom of the item, below the art, there's some graphics. So the axis is the attack power that you add to the adventure that it's equipped to, and then you have the defense, which is the shield ability that it adds when it's equipped. The only other icon is there's little hearts. This is if you put this item in your shop window like this, you're using it to attract adventurers to come to your shop. The more hearts you have in your display area, the person who gets to pick what adventurer comes to their shop first is the one who has the most hearts in their window. Whoever has the most attractive items. So, we would take turns drafting, but before we draft, we actually know what heroes are coming to town. So we have 2 adventurers coming into town. We have the Bard, and we have the Demon Slayer. So, they recommend, also, if this is your first game, you take out a couple cards. It's all in the rulebook. And they also recommend you stock with a certain monster, but I'm not going to worry about that. And we're just going to teach as we play this one.
What?
So,
on earth?
That is a Race for the Galaxies point token. Wow.
So you get down.
Hey,
you
Trash.
don't get any red in that.
Hey, Trash. Alright. You ready? We're starting. You and Pikachu. I gave you the submarine captain shop. He looks a little bit more like you.
Ichi's on camera. Ichi, say hello to the internet.
She's like, I'm out. Bless you. Let's see if she'll come back up. There she is! Hello. What do you want? Yeah, no, you're not getting that yet. Okay. We're starting, by the way. So when you draft cards, you're just gonna kind of put it someplace. So I'll take that one. And you draft until all the cards are gone. So you're gonna draft 4 times. 4 cards.
Oh, do we not see the monster?
Oh, yes. The monster is the bandit captain. I'm messing up everywhere. And then we also give the heroes that are out their starting money, which is on the upper right. And the heroes, their icons here tell them what kind of hero they are, and then their base abilities are on the other side for attack and defense. And then most all of them have some sort of special abilities. So the street musician, at the start of the shopping step, this hero steals $5 from each player. Then we have the blade master. After this shopping step, if this hero has an attack value of 6 or higher, you gain a point. So if you want the demon slayer, he gives points just for making him super well equipped.
You probably mentioned this already, but are there other villains besides these? Those are
Yes.
just recommended starting ones.
I did, yes. These are awful.
You telling me? Wow. Some good choices here.
Just wait. Just hold your Pikachu. And wait. Okay. So now we each have our drafted items. If we had anything in our storage areas, we would pick them up and use them as well, but we don't because it's the start of the game. So then we each pick one card to put in our display area. If in the future rounds you have, this is by the way the display phase, if in future rounds we had display upgrades, it would allow us to put more things in our window. But at the start, we each can only put one thing in our window to attract a adventurer. However, during the next phase, the shopping phase, when the adventurer is in your shop, they can't buy what's in your window. It's not allowed. It's display purposes only. So, yeah. When you put something in your window, you get first pick, but you can only pick somebody who has what you have. If you don't have anything in your window that is displayed that an adventurer wants, you still get an adventurer, but you get last pick, basically. So.
I like how these all have old-timey cash registers.
Cha-ching! Alright, I'm ready. So now we've both picked our display, so we're both gonna flip.
Heavy shield.
I have a holy symbol, but nobody wants it. So Steve has one. I have 3 hearts, but it's not of a type that anybody wants.
And I have 1 heart, but it's of a type that the Demon Slayer wants.
Yeah, so the Demon Slayer is gonna go into Steve's shop, with his money, and Steve's shop is now full. He can't have any other adventures. Even though this character doesn't want what I have, he's gonna come into my shop because everybody always comes in your shop, and he steals a bunch of money. So he steals 5 from me, and he steals 5 from Steve. Now the bard's a little richer.
I should have known.
So now I can sell the bard some stuff. He's not as rich as I need him to be, though.
The Demon Slayer is going to spend all of his money. He can't, because they can't buy stuff that they don't want, right?
Yep.
Oh, I have miscalculated.
I'm gonna sell... So now it's the shopping phase. We sell stuff to the people. So you sell them things from your hand. Again, you can't sell them things from your... Hey, Dave! This was not bought from a thrift store. Hey, Nutters.
But it was a bargain.
I mean, I didn't get it via the Kickstarter. I got it through the second market stuff. So I got it way before everybody else. I'm selling wizard robes to this bard for 10 gold. So he's gonna take his 5 gold and his wizard robes that are now equipped, and he's gonna leave my shop. Because it's all I can sell him.
The Demon Slayer, with his 25 gold, is going to buy this awesome spiked gauntlet for 10. Which will go to me. And then this torch, because nothing says I love you like a spiked gauntlet that is on fire.
I mean, I don't think the gauntlet's on fire.
No, with the torch. Like you.
I'm not sure. I mean, he can hold things. Anyway, he gives you the money.
Yes.
Yes.
I did a convincing pitch about you slay demons by punching them with flaming spiked gauntlets.
Ah, yes. Okay, so then, now they're both done shopping. We can't sell them anything else. They're gonna go adventuring! So, they go, whoever is the person with the bargain quest token starts. So in this case, it's Steve. So Steve's adventure is going to attempt to fight the bandit captain first. So Steve's adventure has an attack value of a base of 3.
I have a power though.
Oh, yes.
After the shopping step, if this hero has an attack value of 6 or higher, gain 1 victory point. I got to 5 because I miscalculated.
But, so his base attack value is 3 normally, and then he has a +1 and a +1 from his 2 items. So his attack value is 5. And the defense of the bad guy is 4. So you need to meet or exceed the defense value, which he does. So he's going to do a damage to our bandit captain, which will give Steve a victory point because he equipped said demon slayer.
Kill damage.
Then the bandit captain is going to attack the demon slayer. The demon slayer has a base defense of 2, but he also has a +2 shield, and so he dodges the attack of 3 because it does not meet nor exceed his health, and so he's fine. He's scot-free. He's good. My bard then goes wandering in, playing his lute, and only does an attack of 2 because he couldn't afford the thing that gave him a better attack value. If it was a +4, it would have been amazing. So he doesn't actually do any damage, which is sad for me, because I don't gain points. But he lives because he has a defense of 4. So he's gonna survive. He will survive.
That's what bards do.
He's, like, just singing that as
bards live through combat.
Yeah. Gizmo's 100% a Pokemon.
Yeah, I think Gizmo probably does a better job staying on your shoulder than Pikachu does. But Pikachu's doing pretty well.
Yeah. Cool. I safety pinned him to me once. So, that is the adventure phase. Except for now, the bandit captain is still alive. So the adventurers don't get the highest bounty, which would be 20 gold. They do, however, get 10 for stealing some of his treasure. And then they come back to town, but all of the equipment we sold them apparently broke or disappeared or something. Yeah. It's gone. All the equipment that they had is discarded.
Maybe they pawned it?
Yeah, maybe. That's maybe where they got the thing. So we don't get any new heroes because neither of them died. And you only deal out the number of heroes equal to the number of players. So then, now we're in the upgrade phase. So each of us can upgrade our shop once. And you upgrade your shop by either doing a storage upgrade, a display upgrade, or there are 2 employees available. That one just looks like me. So we have a swindler. Take up to 15 from a hero in your shop, then discard the cards you steal from your client. Then sales clerk. While selling items to a hero in your shop, you may raise or lower the price of one item by 5. Which is pretty good. So Steve, and they each have a cost in the stand. So Steve, you still have the first player thing, so you get to decide what you want to do first, but you only get to do one thing.
I mean, that's uncanny. Needs a haircut, though. Sales clerk.
Needs a haircut and some glasses. So we replace the employee marker. Now we have another swindler. Just a bunch of swindlers. Wow. Yeah. I mean,
I mean, that one won the Millennium Falcon fair and square. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to purchase a storage upgrade. So it's going to go over here on this side of my shop. So now we're into the storage phase, because we've both done that. Also, these employees, they go back into the employee market at the end of the upgrade phase. They go back on Craigslist, basically. So now, it's the storage phase. So by default, each of us can store 1 item, like, into the next round. But I have a storage upgrade, so I can store 2 items. So I'm going to store these 2 items, and anything we don't store gets discarded. And that was 1 round. And we keep playing rounds until all of the monsters are defeated, or all of the heroes are defeated. So there's 20 heroes. It's going to be a little harder. Maybe there's 16 heroes. But yeah. Woo! Apparently I'm tired. Okay. Pick.
Is it public or private?
The storage is private. Alright, and so now the bargain quest thingy moves to the next player, and we deal out 4 new cards to each of us because we've restarted and we're in the supply phase again. And that's it. That's this bargain quest. You just keep going. At the end of the game...
Oh!
What?
Doesn't the power activate on the monster if they're not defeated?
Yes, I missed that. After the adventure step, the player with the most stars must lose 10 gold. So Steve, did you even pay for your shop employee?
$5.
Okay. So Steve's broke. Which means the bard's not getting any richer. So now we each have... So if you have any cards if you have any cards over in the storage area, you do not put them into the draft. You're gonna you deal with them in the display phase. You don't play out the whole deck. You just play until 3 bad guys have been defeated or all of the heroes have been killed. So usually like 5 to 6 rounds is what they recommend or they think. And then the hit points of the bad guys is equal to the number of players. So because there's 2 of us, the hit points of all the bad guys is just 2. If you're playing with 4 players, it's 4, so on and so forth. If during a round, no one does any damage during that round to the bad guy, the game gives the bad guy a damage to say, like, you teamed up and did it or whatever.
They're just... Some of these items are just obviously bad.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I forgot a step. I did this last time, too. We forgot to deal in the adventures. Normally, your adventure has a random modifier. We'll do it right on the next round. I'm sure it'll be a YouTube comment about how we're playing wrong. Don't care.
Thanks for catching it.
No, I don't care. Well, no, the ones... I like it when they catch it and they say, like, is this how this is supposed to be? The ones that really annoy me is when they're just like, so many mistakes. ... Did you even read the rulebook? ... It's just like, that's very helpful. It's very constructive. I have a lot of rage.
The question is, when they do a ... is the ellipsis character 1 character or 3 characters?
Enjoy that. Okay, so now if we have anything in storage, we add it to our storage, and now we do our display. I feel like we need to kill off some adventurers.
You don't say.
But like, so we can have a more interesting story. Put that in the display area. It's a very quick game. It's okay. The art is very well done. It's very well balanced. I think if we were playing with more people, it would be more interesting. In 2-player, it's just kind of... There's only 2 options.
The draft would probably be more interesting with more players,
yeah.
But I think mostly the battling over these to see who gets these would be more interesting with more players.
The advanced 2-player variant is you double it to 4 players, so you do everything like you would for 4 players, but there's still just 2 of you.
Oh, yeah, that could be interesting. It would just make the game longer, right?
Yeah.
Since it's simultaneous, maybe not too much. Are you ready?
Yep. Full plate.
I put the wineskin.
So, I attract the Demon Slayer to my shop.
You always attract Demon Slayers.
I mean, you got the Bard last. Alright, you got the Demon Slayer last time. And then they're going shopping! So...
may I have 5?
Yeah.
No!
You gotta pay attention, man. So... I don't know if I can get the Demon Slayer equipped enough to get his bonus. Maybe if I had had the shop girl, but I don't. So
I may raise or lower the price of one item card by 5 because I have the sales card.
Awesome. You're welcome, by the way, for reminding me of that. I want to spend all of his money, but that would be the full play, which is over there, so I can't do it. I could sell him these 2, which would make him stay alive. But I need points. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sell him Guandao for 15. Here is your change, sir. So I have 15 bucks. And sending him out into the world. See you, nutters.
Bard is annoying, so I'm gonna give them a discount on the fine cloak to make it only $5.
Alright, so now they go adventuring, but before we deal out these, so my Demon Slayer, after the shopping step, I don't have 6, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm unlucky, so what? Oh.
Gotta put the adjective in front of it.
I'm the unlucky Demon Slayer.
And I have sold things to the reliable Bard.
Yep, so my attacks are -1. But that's okay, because I have 5. So -1 would be 4, which meets or exceeds. So I do a damage. Even though technically that's enough to kill him, he doesn't die just yet. Then, defense-wise, I have a defense of 3, but I have a -1. Doesn't matter anyway. The adventurer is defeated. So he's out of the game. His items are gone. I don't take any penalties for him being defeated.
I mean, you took his money.
I did take... That's not a penalty.
Alright, the reliable Bard,
Mm-hmm.
the street musician,
Doesn't do
has
any damage
a defense of 4.
But he doesn't
an
do
attack
any...
of 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't do any damage, but survives.
So, Bandit Captain's gonna die, thanks to me selling the Demon Slayer stuff. So, the $20 treasure is what gets doled out to all the adventurers that are still there. So, our Bard friend actually gets 20 gold.
Still true to Bards.
Yep. Didn't do anything. Got all the treasure.
Yep. And, the cloak and the magic wand, bad things happen. But
then you're going to take all the adventurer cards and you're going to mix them back up into the deck. So you're always going to have the same probabilities of everything coming out again. So there you go. So now we don't do the new monster yet. But we know that our Bard friend's going to be there.
And he's going to steal money from people again.
Yep. And we don't know... do we put the new adventure out now?
Oh, the new enemy.
Yep, we do it now.
Do it.
No! I said adventure.
They're adventurers too.
We have the mage. With $20 on him. He is the barter. When this hero enters your shop, draw 1 card from the item deck, then discard 1 card from their hand.
We've got the bard and the barter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then we do the shop employees, and I get to purchase first. We have another swindler, and we have the smuggler. At the start of the storage step, you may draw 3 cards from the item deck, then discard this card. Oh, man. I'm gonna purchase the smuggler.
I will say...
He goes in my employee area, and now, Steve, you could buy the sales clerk. Another sales clerk.
I will say, in Caper, which I played last night, the art for the smuggler is awesome. They're like a fisherman, they're like a fish market person. Because they're like a smuggler fisherman. It has really great smuggler art. I love smugglers.
Do you want a second sales clerk?
Ooh. Or do I want a storage upgrade? Let's do a sales clerk. Let's just keep stacking this.
Yep.
I think I could pull off that outfit.
You own that outfit already. We would just have to shave your face,
get an
give you
apron.
a haircut, and get you bushier eyebrows. Alright, so now we're going to do the storage phase. So Steve can only still store 1 thing, I can store 2 things. We know we have a mage and a bard. Storing that for sure.
Got a badge.
And I'm gonna store that one. Oh wait! I have the smuggler. At the start of the thing I can draw 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I want to store something else. Yeah, I'm gonna store that instead. Alright. So then all these items, including my smuggled goods, get discarded.
And the smuggler.
And the smuggler. And now, you are the starting player, and we're back to supply phase.
Did you say if none of us damage the enemy, they take a wound?
Yep. And now, at the start of the round, now we reveal the new enemy, who is an Orc Warlord with attack of 5 and defense of 4. After the adventure step, the player or players with the most stars must discard 2 random item cards. We're tied on stars. But we're rare.
Yeah, I do wish there were more of these. More of these heroes.
Yeah, just for right now, this game. For us
just for just us playing. And also I'm like, oh, well, we really need fire items.
Yeah, I would probably say, having played this game 1.5 times, now 2-player by the 2-player rules, I would recommend playing your second game with the advanced 2-player variant.
Yeah, and I think 3-player with 3 heroes and 3 players would be fine. Okay. Oh, you got the cat familiar.
Oh, Ichi, where you going? I'm sorry, I can never... Okay. Alright, so now we do the display phase. What do we want to put into our windows? I'm gonna put that in my window. The max player count is 6. Hey, Kabuki. Kabuki Kid, we finally played Xayah Legends of a Drift System. It's fantastic. We played it 2 nights in a row. I debated streaming it tonight, but I don't have the energy for that. But we're gonna stream it soon because we both like it. I think we might do it next Tuesday with John. We'll see. Alright.
Oh, 3-player?
You ready? I don't know. 3-player might take too long for a stream. We might actually just have to do 2-player. Your turns take a while.
I'll do my best.
Ready?
Yep.
Display area.
It's a crossbow.
I have a magic ring.
Oh.
So we're tied.
Ooh.
This is a great learning time. So the tiebreaker is whoever has the most expensive items in their shop, period. So that includes your display and your hand. So you add up the price tag value of all of the items that you have. And whoever has the most expensive shop value goes first.
Oh, really? Although you're the only one that appeals. So is it just by heart?
It's by hearts. Yes.
So whoever has the highest heart gets to choose someone that is... Okay. You probably have it then because my value is 50.
65.
Not including the display, right?
No, you include the display.
Really?
Yeah, it's in your shop.
So then 70?
I mean... Oh wow, Kabuki just got welcome to and has played it 3 times. Yay!
Yay!
Glad you like it.
Welcome to your new fun game. Oh, wait. I'll keep trying.
Oh no. The highest total price of all items in his or her display is choose first. So you win the tiebreaker because your display is worth the most.
Oh, learning moment.
Learning moment. So you pick first, so you get the bard. Alright, well I get the mage, which makes me sad because he would have loved the fire ring, but I wasn't intending it for him.
So, everybody gives the bard $5. Playing street music about the defeated bandit captain.
I hope he dies. The bard. I hope the bard dies. Straight up, hope the bard dies. This mage is gonna die. Oh my goodness. Oh no, he'll be fine. Okay, but I sell him 2 scrolls of like so there's an ice scroll and a fire scroll for 5 each, so he only gives me $10.
Alright, my 2 sales clerks are really buttering up the bard about how awesome that victory against the bandit captain was. So they're gonna make them a deal. Rapier, if the bard gets the rapier for full price, cat familiar will be discounted by 5 coins and throw in the fire scroll for free.
Why are you helping the bard stay alive?
The cat familiar, while equipped, the item is not discarded until the hero is discarded. Bard has a cat.
The bard has
The bard can't die because the bard has a cat.
No, the cat doesn't die until the bard dies.
But I'm just like, we can't let the bard die.
Hey, Danny.
Also...
And maybe Derek.
Also...
Okay. Alright, so now they're done shopping, they go adventuring. So your bard is reliable still. And I'm reckless. My mage is reckless.
Does your mage blind teleport?
Basically. I mean, he was gonna die anyway via health. But he had enough attack. But you go first.
Ooh. So, with my attack here of 7, thanks to my cat familiar, the bard gives a wound to the orc warlord, but then has defense of 6 and is not damaged.
Yep. The mage has an attack of 7 as well, so it does the damage. However, it has a -1. He only had 4 health anyway, or 4 defense, and now he's at 3, so he's definitely dying.
That sounds like a great inspiration for a song.
But, hang on, I still get a point because the dude did weapons, and you get a point because your dude did wounds too, so...
Singing a great song about our buddy the mage.
I bet that's what's killing these people.
The reckless mage.
Is the reliable bard is reliably, like, distracting the other adventurers and thus causing them
cut it out
to die. Okay, so the adventure step, this orc lord will die, and so we don't actually trigger his event. And the bard is still alive, and thus gets 30 gold because the orc was defeated. Typical frickin' bard. So we don't reveal the new one just yet, but the bard comes back to town with his cat, singing a tune, and we now have a witch hunter. The witch hunter is probably gonna hunt the bard because some shady stuff happening. And Steve, you get to buy a shop and play first if you so desire.
It's the Nintendo Witch Hunter.
I believe that is maybe the book. When this hero enters your shop, you must discard all. Oh, I forgot to barter with the. I forgot to barter with the mage. I should have had draw a card from the item deck.
Oh, you should have.
But it's okay. We have the Marketeer, which is 0. After your displays are revealed, you may add 1 item from your hand to your display, then discard this card. Then we have a Sales Clerk again. And Steve gets to buy first.
Another sales clerk. I didn't realize there are 3 sales clerks in my shop.
Ooh, hey! A hawker! I may sell 1 item in my display to a hero in my shop, then discard this card.
You know, when I worked at Renaissance fairs when I was like 12 or 13, I was a hawker. It's a fun job. It's a necessary job.
I'm gonna hire the Marketeer because he's free. Which is not true. Marketing is not free. But gonna do it anyway.
Wait, why are we discarding that?
You always discard
them.
Oh, okay. They always go back to Craigslist.
Yeah.
Alright, and now we're back into the storage. Storage phase. Storage phase.
Yeah. Discard that. Garbage.
I'm gonna store these two. So
audio is working but could be louder. Oh, did you turn down the levels on the mic?
No.
For your...
No. I did not do anything to it.
Slow. It seems like when we talk, it's normally if it's like the middle.
Higher?
Yeah, it's
normally it goes higher.
Maybe I bumped it.
That's not how you increase the volume. That's the headphone volume.
Oh.
In fact. Do we have it facing the wrong way? No. Is it on the right setting?
It's on the right setting, and the gain is where it normally is.
Yeah, I don't know why. The volume is being weird.
Is it low in Reaper?
I mean, it's like mid-range. I can increase the master switch. So now it's here? Does that help? Oh no, that's the filter one, isn't that?
No, I think that's
I can increase this guy? This one is the higher one? That's the higher one. There we go.
Okay. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, that's okay. It seems like it was low based on the thingy.
Okay. Now we're into the spy phase, which means our last villain is revealed. It is the Vampire Queen, who demands tribute after the adventure step. The player or players with the most stars must choose to either lose $15 or discard all the items in their shop.
She really, really, really likes to count. Oh wow, we got the Vampire Queen and a Witch Hunter. Oh, that was silly.
Petition. I'm gonna choose the backpack. So, when you choose the backpack, you reveal it, draw one item from the item deck, and add it to your shop. Very nice. And you still get the backpack.
Should have taken the back.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Enjoy.
Have some nunchucks. Okay, so now the display phase where we can use our storage.
Are those throwing weapons that people that are in churches use?
Nope. They are in fact not. Okay. Definitely putting... I'm going to put that into my window.
I'm going to put this into my window.
Alright.
Ready?
I have a longbow in my window.
I have nunchucks.
Wow. My marketer doesn't really need to help me, but he's gonna help me. Actually, no, he doesn't need to help me. Because I just went that one. So, the Witch Hunter is gonna come to my shop, and you get the bard.
Alright, is it the start of the shopping step?
This is mine. And it is, so your bard is going to steal.
More songs.
And then I'm gonna sell the Witch Hunter a flintlock pistol, which I have had since the beginning of the game. That I've been trying to sell the bard. But he's teamed up with Team Steve, so whatever. Oh, I should have picked the bard!
Your victory was hollow and meaningless, but...
It's fine. It's hollow and meaningless, and I love that. I'm gonna sell this rich singing bard. I forgot that it wasn't just
You're
always
gonna kill him,
Steve's.
and then the cat will die.
For $20. He's not gonna die. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Okay. See, look, I'm gonna give him, he's got this nice cloak. It's a very fine cloak. Look how fine that cloak is. It's just fine. And then look, he's got his magic ring. It's a magic ring. It's a ring that's magic. I've been stocking stuff for him. I've been seeing him walk through town. I've been making sure I have everything in stock that he likes. And I don't, nickel and dime him like your sales folks. Just sell him true quality. We did play Zaya with the expansion. Yep. Yep. Steve was pointing out what was expansion stuff, and yeah, it's good.
It's like all. It seemed all really important to me. All right, the Witch Hunter. I'm not gonna let this Witch Hunter leave my shop poorly equipped.
That's good. That's good of you.
And I must discard all fire items with at least one heart. I don't have any. The Witch Hunter isn't going to leave here without a full plate of armor. Discount of 5 coins, thanks to this sales clerk. The Short Bow for 10 coins, discount of 5 coins, which will give attack and defense. And the Cutlass, attack and 1 defense, thanks to this sales clerk.
We've only played a 5-point game and a 10-point game. They take a long time.
I'm a little slow.
He min maxes every turn.
So that was
where I'm like, fuck it, blind jump.
15, 10, and 5. 15.
Alright, my bard is...
Wait, did I cheat?
Yeah, you can't pay. She doesn't have enough money.
We'll just do this. So that I'm only gonna give a discount of 5 credits on the full plate, so I'll charge her full plate.
Okay. My bard is determined. Ooh, and your witch hunter is fierce. There you go.
The fierce witch hunter.
And the determined bard go in to fight the vampire queen. So my bards. See, he was just reliable when he was coming to your shop. Now he's determined. So it's 1, 3, 4, plus 4. Been holding onto that gun for a long time. So it's 8, 9. Definitely beats the vampire queen's defense of 5. And then she attacks with 6. And it's 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. So the bard's just fine, sir.
Well, this witch hunter heard the songs about what happened to the mage and the demon slayer. The memorable demon slayer. And so, being super fierce, having been just angry about not being able to buy the short bow, we're at 5, 6 attack. Causes a wound.
Right. I get a victory point. You also
and then with 6 defense.
She dies. But it's okay because there's no coins. It's the end of the game. The vampire queen is dead, so there's no victory payout on this one.
The cat lived.
The cat and the bard both lived. They went on to adventure together for many years. Yeah. Oh, I accidentally put items on top of the hero deck. That's fine. So yeah. Then we calculate who won. You basically can discard all your items because at this point everything else is worthless. And then we just calculate who won. So you get 1 point per every $10. Oh, and shop's closed. This is my favorite part. Right? Your shop's closed. It's just closed now. So yeah, shop's closed. I have 3 points plus I have $50.
As do I.
Are we tied?
We are tied.
Ooh, okay. Dun, 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 dun.
The player who last sent the bard into battle wins the
battle. This was a drafting game.
We were drafting hands of 4 cards for items to put in our shop.
The tiebreaker is whoever has the most money. We're tied on money too. So then we share the victory.
We do?
So it was a good shop. It was a good job, shop. What are you doing? What? Why?
I just want to point out that I had the shop from the box.
Yep. Okay. And that's Bargain Quest! Yeah, so there's 16? How many adventures? Let's just look in the rulebook. There's 16 hero cards, and they're different types. And they have like different richness things and stuff. And then there's 18 adventure cards. So there's 18 of these like modifiers.
And it looks like there's 4 total
of each monster.
Of each monster.
Monster level.
Monster level.
Yep. And then there's 100...
Also, don't want to spoil all of them.
120 items.
Garbage Troll. Just straight from social media. The power is the awful stench.
So, that's Spartan Quest. It's really straightforward. There's a couple things that you have to remember with, like, different powers activating at different times, which...
Giant spider is adorable.
It's very cute.
It's pretty cute as far as giant spiders go. Look at that face. Look at that.
So it's really straightforward in the play. Like, you just have to remember certain cards will have abilities during certain phases, so you have to kind of keep track of that, which, when I'm running a stream, I keep forgetting certain ones. Sorry about that. The art is amazing. The art's really good on all the items. There are duplicates of every item. I think there's at least 2 of every item, so there's not like 120 unique items. But there's still like a lot of items. It's pretty good. I think there's probably a couple rare items, and then there's like a bunch of common ones. So, yeah. But
and it looks like the items are balanced fairly, items that can work for more heroes are more expensive, and then as items increase in their power level, they're more expensive. But there are also some like vanity items, like cool goggles, which just cost a bunch of money and don't help the hero at all. And I'm sure are there so that you can intentionally get and kill a hero so that their awesome powers stop affecting the game.
Yeah, like I wanted the Bard to die.
Bard didn't die.
Did not. But there are 6 different shops because you can play up to 6 players. And
I thought it went up to 4, up to 6. This would be pretty wild. It's drafting games. So.
Yeah. There's some slight rules modifications for 5 and 6 players, but it just has to do with like the damage that gets dealt if nobody does any damage. The component quality is good. It's fine. It was on Kickstarter. This is the first edition. It was on Kickstarter recently for 2nd edition. And I know that Renegade's gonna pick it up. If they maintain the same quality, it's fine. It's good punch board. It's not cheap cardboard. They definitely, like, it was a small production, like, self-produced. Jonathan Yang, he did it all himself, and so, like, these coins are kind of common, art coins. I think, Suburbia uses these art coins. They're just they're generic graphics, same with the stuff. But the art, there's a lot of unique art in the monsters and the heroes. And
the employees.
Yeah, and the employees, so that's where the money went on that. And Renegade signed it, so it'll be interesting to see what Renegade does with it. If they do anything, I don't think they're going to. They might do a component upgrade quality-wise, but I don't know what I think they'll just probably print it.
Are these the heroes that you take out?
For your first game, they recommend you take out extra heroes so there's less heroes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one. So, here, you want me to... She's a mage. It's very cute. So yeah, it's good. The art's good. The quality in this edition, which means the 2nd edition should probably be just as good. I think they're using the same printer. Yeah.
And also just nice to see games where there is like awesome, like intricate and detailed character art that's also diverse. So. Very
diverse art across a lot of ways, like genders, race, style, body size, body type, like lots of diverse art. It's very well done, very well thought out. It's the kind of stuff that you really only get with like an independent with an independent publisher that actually cares.
There's no art director that goes, oh well, this class is always this gender.
Yeah. So like it's there's definitely like this is Mulan, right? Like there's definitely like
some like homages.
There's some homages. That is Mulan. That rogue is Mulan. I don't care who you are. And then this kid is the from Coco, the movie, the bar, right? Like there's some homages.
The cast familiar ended up in the character deck.
I mean, he's basically so then there's some homages in like the heroes and stuff. But then there's also just, like, some unique stuff that's really cool. Like, the Necromancer is pretty awesome. I like the Necromancer. I like the Demon Slayer and the Ranger, and it's good.
Yeah, some fun was had.
Yeah. Magdalene also asks if we enjoyed did we enjoy the game? Yeah, I would say we enjoyed the game. Chat. Trasharama says, would you say this game is truly a bargain? Yeah, okay,
I think we've played the basic game.
At the price, no, it's not. But
we've played the basic game twice. I think I would want to play the advanced 4-player, or the...
It's the longer 2-player, where you just have more heroes to choose between, because in the 2-player game, you only have 2 heroes in the base, which is not a lot to, like, compete for. But in the variant, you put 4 heroes out, but you're gonna have 2 come to your shop still. So you have more options and diversity in picking.
Do you draft more items or the same number of items?
I think it's the same number of items. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
But yeah, I think it would make the drafting more interesting. Like, when we play 2-player drafting games, we can be pretty, like, intense or hate drafty or trying to predict the other player. And with only 2 heroes, there's kind of this like, well, they're either doing this or this. You know, I know the things they're drafting. Like, it's a little more straightforward, so I think I would want to try it with just either more players or more...
So, the first edition box is very full. So, this is the box. It's very small. And, it's got a lot of stuff in it. I don't really know how they all expected it to fit. But,
oh yeah, because those shop boards are not flimsy.
Well, they take up, like, most of the box space, straight off the bat. So we're actually gonna ditch this insert, which doesn't really need to exist. There's a lot in this game. We don't really need it. So yeah, I enjoyed the game okay. I would play it. It's not gonna stay in our collection, for long at all.
I think it's an interesting...
I think it's mostly because 2-player is... and the advanced variant's fine, but we have other drafting games that we like more at 2-player.
Yeah, we have some, like, specifically designed for 2-player drafting games. And we do have a pretty high bar for, like, which, like, mid-weight 2-player games will stay in our collection. Because those need to be games that will reliably, like, we're tired, let's pull out something that's going to be awesome.
I'm tired, I'm willing to teach this to the neighbor that doesn't play games. And this game, I want to say that I could teach it to the neighbors, but it would be easier to teach them Happy Pigs, which can support 6 players as well, and is not a drafting game, but it's just easier to teach. So,
yeah, this game has a lot of, like, steps and phases and things. Like, it's not particularly complicated, but it seems like the kind of game that might be hard to teach. Like, okay, then you do this, then you do this, then you do this.
Yeah. So, it's good. It's fine. I would put it in kind of the weight class of, like, Machikoro, or, Machikoro did use those coins too.
They're great versatile art.
I mean, I'd put it in the class of Machikoro, but it's twice the price of Machikoro. But with, like, more diverse art and can support more players, I don't know. If the theme speaks to you, it's a really good theme. I like it. They do an amazing job with the art, and it's very good.
Also,
for what it is.
I mean, comparing it to something like Machikoro or Valeria, it doesn't have... I mean, obviously...
Oh, yeah, Valeria.
It doesn't have that same... Just that dice rolling, why won't my number come up for my cool thing to activate?
Yeah.
Like, it's... I got the hero, I do the thing. But yeah, weight-wise. I'm just like, it's maybe a little more deterministic for the weight.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's good. I would play it if somebody was like, hey, I want to play Bargain Quest.
Yep.
I would teach it and play that with them.
Or I don't know Bargain Quest, teach me.
Yeah, I would do that. I don't know if I would say, ooh, Bargain Quest, let me play. But, you know, I'm also really stingy when it comes to game playing time now. That's a gnat. He's not trying to gesture something. He's not trying to say, get me out. I promise. No. But it is we have a lot of games, and asking me my opinions on games right before Essen is a bad idea. Speaking of which, the Essen list is coming along. I have got it down to... I keep checking it. Eric Martin, great man. The industry could not exist without him, and I mean that wholeheartedly, but stop adding titles to the list. I mean, I know it's the publisher's fault.
What is it up to now?
It's like, I checked it 2 days ago and there were 883 titles, so they're probably even higher now. But I've gone through those 800 and I've, to look into more, I have on my list, 147. So far out of that list, I think the only, like, interesteds we have, I think we have, like, 2 interesteds and 1 must-have.
From that 140?
No. Separate. Separate from the 140. Can I have a long bag for this?
Yeah, I'll go after long cat.
So yeah.
There's
Thank you. It was
so
a lot of
many
fun
games.
to play that with Chaz. Oh, apparently there's 920 games now on the SN list. So as we get closer to SN, I will just stop doing anything but the SN list. It's a lot of fun. Steve really loves it in that time.
It's a lot of work. You gotta go through so many rulebooks, and then there will be lots of candid, only I get to hear, like, who edited this, or who wrote this.
Yeah, I get a little ragey. I'm gonna put this here.
Because I know, like, rulebooks get, like, rushed and uploaded and whatever. Like, everybody works hard to get those up, but yeah, I get to hear a lot of I have read 20 rulebooks, and my patience for rulebooks is low. Like, 20.
Oh, yeah. After, like, the first 5 rulebooks, I don't care how hot your game is, if I find a typo or, like, have trouble reading a sentence in the first, like, page, I just, like, nope, and, like, remove your game from the list. I get very cruel. And you know what the really funny thing is that's never come back to bite me in the butt. Ever. So far, all the games, when I cut them because of that, when I get really, like, pain in the butt about rulebooks, like, I've not had one of those games that I've cut because of that reason come back as, like, a success. Like, people being like, oh my god, it's so hot. Like, I'm not gonna name titles, but, like, we'll get them, we'll play them, and then you don't hear about them again, you know? Mm-hmm. Nobody talks about them. They're, like, so hot, and everybody's got it, and oh my goodness, and then you just don't hear about it again. So, yeah. But Bargain Quest. If you enjoyed watching this stream, thank you for watching. Thank you for making it this long. You can like this video or hit the heart or follow thingy on Twitch. We're gonna be going into, speaking of Essen season, we're gonna be going into our Essen streams. We still have 4 Gen Con releases over there that we need to stream. 6 technically, but we don't have to stream those. We would just maybe want to. But we have 4 that we need to stream still of the Gen Con, and then we're gonna start having Essen coverage in November. We have some publishers sending us some stuff, so we're gonna have some Essen coverage going into. Plus, there's like that gray area between Gen Con and Essen because like a lot of the Gen Con releases are releasing in Europe, and yeah. So we're gonna be streaming those in the next coming weeks. My health and patience, depending. So there's that. And then we're going to Essen, and we're going to vlog in Essen. My health is holding. The goal of Essen this year is just to not have me go to a German hospital. Which maybe it would be better than an American hospital at this point.
I mean, I went to a German hospital once. It was pretty great. I was also on German health insurance, so I didn't have to pay anything.
Yeah, I don't know how that would go. So we're gonna see. Essen's gonna be different this year. I was sick last year, and we handled it okay. My sickness this year is very different. It's heart related, so I don't know. I'm gonna start walking a lot. I'm gonna start listening to podcasts and walking to try and get my stamina up, because that's one of my problems. If you didn't know, I've been having heart stuff. I've talked about it, I guess, in a stream, and somebody was watching the stream and was like, oh my god. I have a cardiologist. They've done a bunch of tests. I actually had a stress test on Wednesday, which was very stressful. It achieved its goal. It was stressful. It's stressful now just thinking about it.
We've also been, like, you beat that lung infection and you're coming off surgery recovery, so it's not been the easiest.
It's been a weird year. Yeah, I had that surgery and it was great, and then I started having complications like a couple days after the surgery, and then I ended up getting a lung infection from the fluids in my lungs for 5 months, but it took them forever to figure that out. And now we have this stuff, and they don't know what it's from. But the running theory that we have, not the doctors, is that I was inactive because of the lung infection because it hurt to breathe, and so now my heart can't take my normal levels of activity. So that's the theory. who knows? The stress test showed that I have stuff, but I don't have anything that's serious. And so the cardiologist is like, you're fine. And I'm like, I almost fainted in your office. I'm not sure that's fine. But, like, my heart, according to all the tests and stuff, is fine. But I'm still having chest pains and certain symptoms, but they're not apparently chest pains that are worth caring about beyond the whole, they're chest pains and I get lightheaded and yeah. So.
That's like letter of the law. It's like, well, you're technically fine according to our very narrow rubric, so please leave.
Yeah. Literally, they were like, you're fine, leave. And as I was walking out, I almost fainted, and the receptionist was like, oh my god, sit down. So, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not angry at all at the American healthcare system right now. It's cool. So there's that.
I mean, we're going to Germany, they got a different...
That's kind of where I'm like, if I end up in the German hospital, like, that's cool. We won't be able to understand what they're saying, but, you know, like, maybe they'll have different theories. The problem is that the American healthcare system, if you have a heart attack anywhere in the world, you want to be in America. Because America is full of a bunch of rich, fat, white dudes who are one of the largest people, like, well, largest categories to have heart attacks.
Oh, sorry.
So,
yeah. There's a lot of at-risk people, and we are great at, like, quick fix emergency response.
Yes, if you ever want to have medical emergencies anywhere in the world, America's the best place.
I got
if you have like chronic anything or like anything that is prevented with preventive medicine, you don't want to be in America. It's a bad idea.
I got trained by my work, or work had someone trained, so like I'm like first aid CPR certified. So like
if my heart stops, I don't know if CPR will help. I mean,
well, it's a certain there's like they're like, okay, we're training you on CPR. Here's how to use the automated external defibrillator. And they're like, you know, you put the trodes on the person, and there's a percentage
think you could defibrillate me.
Well, no, so there's a percentage of types of heart attacks, like certain arrhythmias.
No, I mean, like, I don't think you could defibrillate
me. I did the mannequin. No, so they're like, there's a percentage of like arrhythmias and heart problems that the AED will work with, and then there's other ones that it just won't. But so they're like, they have the AEDs that hopefully if you have that type of heart attack, they'll work, and if not, like, crack some aspirin.
Women usually have the crack the aspirin type.
Yeah, but there is a type of heart attack that like the AED will work on. So
it's stupid. Health stuff is stupid. I'm very frustrated. This year has sucked for me in a lot of ways in regards to my health because I can't do what I want to do. I want to do awesome things and I just can't.
You have to stand up for longer than 30 minutes.
I would love to stand. I would love to just walk around my neighborhood without having palpitations, or go to the grocery store. It would be so great if I could go to the grocery store and just shop, and like carry my basket without having palpitations. That would be great. But anyway, I will be at SN. We will both be at SN. We're gonna try and enjoy SN this year and vlog like we used to do SN. Or how I used to do Gen Con before things got bigger. Because it's just important. As much as I want to do things and do all this other stuff, it's really just important for me not to end up in a German hospital, all joking aside. So
yeah, that's the gift that keeps on giving to your mailbox a couple months later when it finally gets processed.
Yeah.
Also, you probably mentioned you edited and posted the...
It's not posted yet. Though I did post 2 weeks ago, I posted a review. I'm filming reviews again, and I'm editing them. I'm trying really hard to do one video a week right now. I haven't told anybody that, not even Steve. That's what I'm doing. Last week I did a video. I edited and finished the SN Day 4 vlog from last year. The week before it was the Ticket to Ride New York video.
I was going to mention the SN Day 4.
Oh, okay.
That you and I both... Like, I shot part of it, and you edited it, and apparently my footage was less terrible on day 4 than it was on day 3.
By far.
Is what you said. So.
Well, I still got rid of most of your footage. But, you did better. So yeah, so the SN, if you want to start getting ready for SN, the SN Day 4 vlog is up. It's a different kind of video. there was actually like a lot more footage I could have put in, but I decided I wanted it to tell a story, and I think I did good. It's only like 13 minutes as opposed to like a 30-minute video, which I think is more consumable. I like those. So there's that. And if you're one of my Patreon supporters, I posted the review that's going to be releasing this week, well, tomorrow, to my Patreon supporters, so you can go and watch that if you'd like. But I reviewed Dream Home, which is a game that came out a couple years ago at Essen, and we absolutely love it. And it's one of my favorite drafting games, incidentally. It's like a casual drafting game, and it can support up to 6 players if you get the expansion, and I like it a lot.
The expansion came out last year at Essen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
and the base game and the expansion are both available in the US. So, and I think worldwide. So, yeah. Okay. That's enough ranting about that. Thank you for watching and hanging out with us. Thank you for being patient with us. I know we haven't streamed in a while, like 2 weeks. Next week, I'm hoping to stream Tuesday. We may not stream Thursday. We have a wedding event that we don't have to. We're going to. And so Thursday we might be cleaning the house like a crazy person. So there's that. And then...
Wedding is not in our house.
It's not in our house.
We have to clean for that.
We still have to clean our house. So yeah. So I don't know if we'll stream Thursday. I'd like to stream Tuesday. We'll find out. John's down to play Zaya, so we might stream a 5-point game of Zaya on Tuesday, which I think would be a lot of fun. We also have this pile glaring at me of things I should stream.
Yeah, I think Boogie pointed out earlier in chat that they like the higher point value games because you do get to do upgrades. So who knows, if we do a 5-point game, maybe one of us will try to rush to do a ship upgrade to show the awesomeness. Even if that is probably a way to ensure defeat. We played a 10-point game this last game. I upgraded my ship and then promptly lost, whereas Tiffany was focused on getting points and totally won. So. Totally. John is a good sport. John played Triplanetary by Steve Jackson Games with us the other night.
He actually ended up liking it.
He did end up liking it.
He got into it.
Vector space movement. But he was a good sport in wanting to jump in and play that.
He's a good person. Alright. We're gonna go eat dinner because we haven't eaten dinner yet, and we're gonna try and refill our spoons.
I had liquid dinner.
Emotionally.
My spoons are starting to refill.
That's the other thing. My cardiologist is like, no more caffeine. Or he was like, minimize caffeine, minimize alcohol, and drink 64 to 96 ounces of water a day. And I'm just like, I already drink like 64 ounces of water a day. I can't drink more water. I just can't. It's just not possible. And I've already cut my caffeine consumption by a significant amount. Has not helped.
Well, it's also because all of those things are supposed to either put stress on or raise your heart rate. And it's like, I don't think you do the whole extremely high heart rate.
I don't have extremely high... Yeah, no. I don't have extremely high heart rate.
The certain classes of illegal drugs you should cut out. Also cut out the smoking. Like, there's plenty... Oh, cut out the high levels of stress and anxiety. Like, just... Yeah. A lot of things you can cut out. Just that...
Cut it out.
The stress breakfast of cigarettes and coffee. I had some coworkers that used to joke they had I had a German coworker who joked he did the European breakfast of coffee and a cigarette every morning. So.
Sandbox means so much different to me than a lot of people. But on that note, this stream has gone on too long. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Good night.